Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, just say our names, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do I have to?
Yeah.
Sure. Afterwards.
Yeah.
Can you go for it?
Thanks, Sarah. Yep, thank you.
Rolling. Yep.
Any comments like?
I guess really basic. As a coach, what is your role? What do you do with the player?
My job is to work with some of these younger players in the transitional space and kind of teach them the ropes. Obviously, like you said, I mean, I've had a lot of experience. I've been doing this for over 30 years now.
What I like is the process to bring players from one place to a much bigger one, the development of the player, and finding ways to make him as competitive as he can and win as much as he wants to.
We have different perspectives as well from like our upbringing, our experiences. Every one of us knows that we all bring value at different, from a professional and personal standpoint, that we're all here for the same common goal, that we all trust each other.
I think from outside you see the situation more clear than the player inside. But okay, I understand that also the feeling of the player is different, because maybe you ask him to do something that he doesn't feel or he to do it, So, but at least, okay, you tell him, and if he can do it, he's going to do it, And if he doesn't feel it, okay, it's no problem.
La balle va nulle part, quoi. On contrôle pas la balle, quoi.
Here we go. There's a bit of discussion that's taking place.
Can't have that conversation. It's just a couple of words.
Gee, umpire Richard Haig, just can't be a full-on conversation, just a couple of words of coaching back and forth. Yeah, you've got to drip feed the information.
Yeah, I think the coach can say a few words, but you can't go back and forth, I believe.
And his father can talk every point. Bro, are you stupid? His father can talk every point. His father can talk every point. Look at me. I'm talking to you. To give him coaching because his father is talking every point.
The accusation from him was that you were receiving coaching. Were you receiving any coaching?
Last year, I went out publicly on one of my social media platforms and said that I think coaching should be allowed, simply because coaches do it anyways.
As Apostolos continues to talk, that won't change throughout the next 45 minutes or 3 hours or...
How do you know that?
Next 3 days.
I'm actually very relieved, in fact, that there's no penalization for it anymore, because it was sort of happening on tour, but everyone was hiding and trying to be discreet. It's a part of our game that is completely natural. The coaches are there for us, and we are able to add even more strategy to our game by collaborating with them when we play.
Bravo, that's the way. Go for the point.
Again. Let's go.
Reset and go for the point. It's yours. Come on.
Taking a look at Rybakina's team, her coach on the left, who has been very vocal during some of her previous matches. Coaches can coach now when the players on their side is usually when you can interact a little bit.
I think that coaching is very important. I think that the player, if the player wants to listen, obviously they should use it as much as possible, because there's some matches that a few points make the difference. I think that, yes, there is a little bit of an edge. If you're clicking with your player, you understand each other and you know what I expect from her and what she expects from me, then it's a big advantage, I think, on the court against everybody.
It was not possible to say anything to the. I mean, you could only say "come on," and you know. But now we can talk a little bit more. And this advice I can say to the player. For me, it's amazing. I really like it, and I think it's good for the game. It's good for the crowd to you can listen what is the tactic, one player, the other player, and okay. For me, it's really good.
We need a little boom mic in those player boxes just to catch coaches are saying.
We can say some words that can actually help her, but a lot of times she is actually like in herself inside. So most of the words that we can say is more about like that she has to be a little bit faster with her legs, so stay closer, or really effective words that we can say to her that's gonna help her like straight away, not some kind of tactical part.
The coaches are meant to be sitting at the front row, and Kokonakis, his coach Todd Langman, is sitting at the front row, so then you can create some dialogue. And if you're not front row, you're not allowed to be involved in the coaching of your player. I'm a player which, like, I like to decide by myself what I do on the court, but there are some moments where, like, since you can coach now during the matches, so there are some moments where maybe I would love to hear something from him. So he just say, but it's a little things, it's nothing like, you know, crazy. And normally I always do the choice by myself where I play or which, you know, shot I choose to play.
If you ask all the players, like everybody's gonna tell you, yeah, at the highest levels, it's all about, you know, like what goes on in your mind and how to get the best out of the player. So one thing that I think I can do pretty good is I have a good feeling of, do I need to be funny? Do I need to tickle? Do I need to push? Do I need to pull? Do I need to be quiet?
It's just walking over to her team. You can have a chat. You can speak with your coach. Yeah, they have all the stats in front of them, all the numbers. You've got a little iPad sitting in front of you, so you can see patterns of play.
I put so much pressure on myself in the first round here that when I stepped on the court, I was completely frozen. I won the first set, but like if you ask me my name, I don't think I would have to look up on the scoreboard to check what's my name.
You're almost like a running slice forehand bot. Nice, sir. Hit the ball well. Down front. Good rhythm. Well, I mean, you want to continue to work on the footwork, making sure you're in the right state of mind, and you're feeling the ball well in practice. And I mean, when we're this close, only a couple days away, it's not that many specifics. We did that, you know, in the majority of earlier in the week. So it's just, you know, getting out, playing some practice sets, getting ready to battle, you know, on Monday and Tuesday.
Well, Taylor Fritz survives an impressive performance from Nicolas Basilashvili, moving on in 4 sets.
I think a lot of people would agree. On the court, off the court, I'm pretty relaxed, and I'm going crazy in my head in some of the shots when I'm missing, but I'm trying to just keep it together.
Taylor's done a really good job of you know, being more professional. You know, spending more time in the gym, more time on the practice court, improving transition, improving intangibles. And just his speed, his strength, everything's improved. And I think that's translated into more confidence as well.
High seed, expected to do well coming out at a, you know, super important tournament like a Grand Slam. It's been dealing with it for a long time. Basically every Grand Slam, it's like that.
His forehand is a point finisher, so he's really been focusing on serving, and, you know, we like to say serve +1, where it's a big serve, finish the point with a big forehand, and just his whole game has been evolved around that.
Fritz gets out of the fryer and lives to fight on. Popperin, he's done it. The world number 113 has defeated the 8th seed.
There's always going to be pressure. It's always the most when you're expected to win. So.
And you've got to admire this one. Taylor Fritz, he's not a winner today, but you would hope that one day he will come here and take this championship